Philippine Tennis Association Secretary General John Ray Tiangco joins us live.
I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Litton-Calao.
And here's tonight's play-by-play.
Ramiro, the show by Mamoy leaves, let it! Victor Moves puts it on. Unbelievable! Gemma on the left side. Oh, stopping another one! Bacunas rejecting Estevo for the win.
Let's kick off the show in the NBA as the Golden State Warriors suffer a major setback. Jimmy Butler will miss the rest of the NBA season because of a torn ACL in his right knee. As you can see, ouch. Butler suffered the injury in the third quarter, the Warriors game at home when they took on the Miami Heat earlier today. A worried look on Coach Steve Kerr, as you can see. Well, Butler landed on his right knee while making a catch inside the paint. Butler was eventually helped off the court by his teammates. Before going down, though, Jimmy Buckets was scoring 17 points for Golden State. The unfortunate incident seemed to become a rallying point for the Dubs as they started pulling away when play resumed. The Warriors ended up outscoring the Heat in the second half, 65-46, and ultimately claiming the victory at home, 135-112. Brandon Podziemski, top scorer for Golden State, picking up the slack with 24 points coming off the bench. Steph Curry came through as well with 19 markers and 11 assists. The Warriors boost their record to 25 wins and 19 losses. The Heat, meanwhile, fall to 22 victories and 21 defeats. After the game, Curry spoke about Butler's impact to the Dubs.
He's all reliable. I think he makes his presence felt in pretty much every game, and I think the idea of what he does for us is he just meets whatever moment it is, whether he needs a score, whether he gets everybody organized defensively, what he does, all his playmaking. So I think since the trade deadline last year and the way we ended last year and this season, he's done exactly what he's supposed to do.
Meantime, the Detroit Pistons survive a marquee matchup against the Boston Celtics. The Pistons were still up by 5 with 1 minute and 37 seconds remaining until Jaylen Brown brought the Celtics to within 1. A couple of stops later, Boston had one last shot at stealing the win, but Tobias Harris bothered Brown enough to force a miss as time ran out. Detroit salvaging the victory 104-103. Harris finished with a team-high 25 points on 11 of 20 shooting. He covered for Pistons main man Cade Cunningham, who struggled from the field, going 4 of 17 for 16 markers. Brown tried to carry the C's with a game-high 32 points on top of 11 rebounds to no avail. The Pistons win the season series against the Celtics 3-1 and remain on top of the East with 31 wins and 10 losses. The C's settle for 26 victories and 16 defeats.
Well, as for the Milwaukee Bucks, they had their own escape act against the Atlanta Hawks. It looked like the Bucks were in full control early on in the game. They pounced on the Hawks, who shot a dismal 1 out of 22 from three-point range during the first half. But Atlanta fought back from as many as 23 points down and was within just 2 points with 11 seconds left. CJ McCollum tried to force overtime, but Kyle Kuzma was all over the veteran guard in the final possession. McCollum bricked his final jumper, and eventually Milwaukee held on for the win, 112-110 in ATL. Giannis Antetokounmpo leading the way for the Bucks with 21 points, 17 rebounds, and 6 assists. Nickeil Alexander-Walker had a game-high 32 markers for the Hawks in a losing effort. The Bucks now improved to 18 wins and 24 losses, while the Hawks dropped to 20 victories and 25 setbacks.
6 more NBA games today. Here are the scores. The Oklahoma City Thunder blow out the Cleveland Cavaliers 136-104 behind a combined 58 points from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Chet Holmgren. The Los Angeles Clippers with their 6th straight win after beating the Washington Wizards 110-106. Victor Wembanyama with a season-high 7 triples to lead the San Antonio Spurs past the Utah Jazz 123-110. Tyrese Maxey puts up 29 points and a career-high 8 steals in the Philadelphia 76ers 113-104 dub over the Indiana Pacers. 6 Suns score in double figures as Phoenix takes down the Brooklyn Nets 126-117. And lastly, Max Christie scores a season-high 26 points as the Dallas Mavericks roll past the New York Knicks 114-97. Here at home in the PBA, it's a rematch of the Philippine Cup Finals between the defending champs, the San Miguel Beermen, and the TNT Tropang 5G.
Whew, it will be a good one. Their best-of-7 battle for the crown will begin tomorrow at the United Center in Antipolo City. Game 1 will tip off at 7:30 in the evening, and you can watch that game live on PBA Rush, on RPTV, on the Pilipinas Live app, and the One Sports YouTube channel. SMB looking to reassert its mastery over TNT in this series. The Beermen have won 6 of their last finals matchups. In last season's All-Filipino Finals, San Miguel clinched the title and denied TNT of a Grand Slam in 6 games. But the Beermen admit repeating against the Tropa will be an even harder task this time around. That's because TNT now has the Stingray, Ray Nambatak, Simon Enciso, and Boy Eram, all of whom were out at various points in their previous championship clash.
A lot of people expecting us na we will dominate the game, but for me, it's not that easy because alam niyo naman na after winning a championship, a lot of teams is thinking how to get that championship from our side.
The last time SMB met Talk and Text, ang hirap talunin. Pero this time, mas mahirap kasi nagbalikan na yung mga superstars nila eh. And hopefully, SMB was toughened by the series with Ginebra para makasabay sa Talk and Text.
Even TNT head coach Chot Reyes admits they now have a better chance against San Miguel now that some of their injured guys are back. But the Tropang 5G emphasized that this is not a revenge series, although they still want to redeem themselves and hopefully win this time around. Reyes and San Miguel head coach Leo Austria have faced each other in the finals twice, with Austria winning both times.
For us, 50% of the work is getting here. And however, that doesn't automatically guarantee success. The 50% still has to be done. And that 50% is represented by the other side, very, very formidable team. The fact that we're here is a tremendous honor for us, and now it's time for us to buckle down and get the other 50% done.
I'm just looking forward to the series, and we really wanted to come back to the finals and hopefully redeem ourselves because we got beat so bad by San Miguel last time out. So that this is not a revenge series. This is just us trying to get a championship for Jordan and for the guys who hasn't won yet. So.
Coming up, the first ever Philippine Women's Open is happening next week. We've got PhilTES Secretary General John Ray Tiangco right here in the studio to talk about preparations for the historic event. You're watching Play-by-Play right here on One News.
And we're back. Thank you for joining us here on Play-by-Play only on One News. Filipino tennis sensation Alex Ayala's 2026 Australian Open campaign has come to an end. Ayala and Brazilian partner Ingrid Martins bowed out of the women's doubles tournament in the first round. They lost to the pair of Magdalena and Shuko Aoyama in 3 grueling sets, 7-6, 2-6, 6-3. Ayala and Martins surged early on with a 4-love start, but Linette and Aoyama managed to steal the first by a tiebreak. In the second, Ayala and Martins battled back only to lose steam in the decider. The loss comes a day after Ayala got eliminated in the first round of the singles tourney where she lost to American Alicia Parks. Still in tennis, meanwhile, back here at home, the Philippine Women's Open is set to bring world-class tennis here to Manila.
Joining us live in the studio to talk about the historic tournament is PhilTA Secretary General John Ray Tiangco. Good evening and thank you for joining us, sir.
Sec Gen, good
Yes.
evening. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Lamig nung kamay mo.
Oo nga, lamig dito sa studio.
But thank you.
But yeah, it's 1 week to go.
Grabe.
1 week to go
Bilis.
till this historic tournament kicks off here in the Philippines. How ready is the country to host this event?
Actually, 4 days to go.
4 days!
Yeah, because we still have the qualifying rounds this Saturday and Sunday, and then the main draw on Monday. So we have to be ready. So we have no choice, and we couldn't have done it without actually the help of and collaboration of PSC. Chairman Pato Gregorio has been visionary, hardworking, and we only found it was quite a challenge because we only found out that the application for this tournament was approved only last November. So we only had like barely 2 months.
Yeah.
And we had to resurface the courts, we had to build the stands because there's a
amount of
minimum
time,
requirement for from the WTA.
Yeah.
And even during the break, people were working, and up until now, people actually cleaning up the area. And we're actually almost there. Probably I can say 95%.
95%. At least malapit na. 4 days. Yeah. Kaya.
And we tested the courts already because we had a pre-qualification for our top women's players who's going to get the wild card.
You did mention already WTA. So it is, for those who don't know, diba, we're not familiar, it's a world-class event. WTA 125 event. And for you to host this kind of event, it's really huge. Diba? First ever Philippine Women's Open. Para dun sa mga hindi nakakaalam, can you kumbaga explain how significant this is, what kind of level in terms of competition and global recognition, and kumbaga yung the level of play ang makikita ng mga tao dito?
Yes, as you said, this historic. This is the first time it's happening.
Ba't
It's
ngayon
a
lang, no?
milestone for the Philippines. And imagine, we'll already be in the world tennis map. That means, so part of that is all the Grand Slams. So for Grand Slams in WTA 1000, WTA 500, then now WTA 125, Manila. So we're part of that. So this is not just a one-year thing because we can still host for the next 2 years. So this is a big thing for us, for our players. At least they can experience playing against top-ranked players. Otherwise, they'll have to get points for them to enter. So this, they can probably play in the qualifying or get a wild card in the main draw. And we can show the world that we can host such big events.
And not just the world, because we already saw Filipino fans filling up the stadium when Alex Ayala was playing in Australia. It felt like she was playing on home soil also. But why is it important for Filipino fans and local players to see this kind of talent right here on Philippine soil?
Well, as I said in the other interview, it's part of the whole ecosystem that we're building. So, of course, we want more players to play. And when they see this kind of event and good players, everyone's inspired in all ages. And more players play, like young kids play, then we can teach them. So there has to be enough facilities. We have to train certified coaches.
Yes.
There has to be local tournaments, junior tournaments for grassroots. There has to be international tournaments and big events such as this. And as I said, our top players wouldn't have had the chance to play in women's professional if they didn't have enough points. So now there's a chance not just to watch, but actually to play against these players. And normally when you play against good players, you get to get better each time because you know what you have to work on.
Well, before our conversation, you just heard me deliver the sad news. As much as we want to see Alex Ayala, kumbaga, progress in the Australian Open, singles kahapon, sayang kay Alicia Parks. It was a good match, good start. Ito sa doubles, pero wala na. May silver lining.
Yes,
Kasi
yes.
may chance na Alex Ayala can actually play here at the first ever world-class Philippine Women's Open in front of the home crowd. Nabanggit na nga ni Chex, Australia. Kala mo na, sa Rizal, daming Pilipino. Can you confirm how possible is that Alex will be here and play in the Philippines?
Actually, ang daming nag-text nga since yesterday. But for me, I was watching her yesterday, the first set. She dominated the first set, and I didn't watch the second and third set anymore. But I think she deserved. But that's tennis.
Yeah.
I don't want to preempt her decision. We respect her decision, but I'm sure in a few days we'll find out if she's
So wala pang
playing.
confirmation
But if
kay Alex.
wala pa,
Wala pa from her
but
camp. Okay.
if ever she decides to play, there's a wild card for her in singles and wild card for the doubles. So she can play both singles and doubles. So we'll find out in a few days because the main draw, I think they'll do that this Friday. So Wednesday na bukas.
And this event, you've called this event an investment in Philippine tennis. And you've also mentioned holding more events in the future, building the ecosystem that you were talking about earlier. Can you tell us more about these plans? Do you have specific events already lined up or in mind?
Well, for international events, this is the only international event for women's professional. But we have other existing international events for juniors. For the past few years, we've had 4 international ITF tournaments, 18 and under, and we send kids to play abroad, plus our local tournaments here, all over the Philippines.
All right, before we let you go, Secretary General, would you like to invite people to come watch? Because I know everyone's excited about this as well.
Well, yeah, the tournament starts this Saturday and Sunday for the qualifying rounds, and the main draw starts on Monday till the finals is on Saturday. Unfortunately, the tickets for the finals, wala na.
Wow.
So if you want to watch, you better get your tickets in SM Tickets soon.
Saya, no?
Hope to see you there.
It's a good time to be a tennis fan.
Yeah.
Ngayon, with syempre malaking bagay kay Alex. But thank you, Sec Jen, for dropping on.
Thank you so
Bye.
much for joining us, Philta Secretary General John Ray Tiangco. The main draw of the Philippine Women's Open will take place from January 26, but as he mentioned, the qualifiers are on the 24th, and this will last until the 31st at the Rizal Memorial Tennis Center in Manila. The tournament will also stream exclusively on the Pilipinas Live app. Coming up, the 2026 NBA All-Star starters are in. New headliners rise, familiar names return, and one of the NBA's most remarkable streaks comes to a close. I'll look into that and more when Play-by-Play returns here on One News. Welcome back. You're watching Play-by-Play on One News. Filipino para-athletes are all set to rep the country as the 13th ASEAN Para Games officially open tonight.
And let's check in on the opening ceremonies with mobile journalist Denise Valdesancho, who's back in Thailand. Denise, good evening. What's the latest there?
Andre Cheska, celebrating resilience, unity, and the unstoppable spirit of para-athletes. The 13th ASEAN Para Games officially commenced here at the 80th Birthday Stadium in Nakhon Ratchasima, Thailand. 323 delegates, 212 of which are athletes, can be expected in the 13th ASEAN Para Games happening here at Nakhon Ratchasima, Thailand. This is the country's biggest delegation yet. And spearheading today's opening for Team Philippines is three-time Paralympian and wheelchair racer Gerald Maliwan. Of the 19 sports, the Philippines will participate in 16. That excludes blind football, wheelchair tennis, and shooting parasport. With the theme, The United Heart of the Unstoppable, tonight's opening ceremony will also feature a digital green cauldron similar to that of the recently concluded SEA Games. Each country will also be represented by a flower during the ceremony. For the Philippines, we have the Podcal flower reflecting a spirit of hope, joy, and the strength of communities that support and uplift one another. Aside from shows and performances, a fireworks show can also be expected in the concluding parts of the event. Andre Cheska, the Para Games officially begin tomorrow, although some sports including cerebral palsy football and wheelchair basketball started yesterday. Team Philippines is hopeful that we'll be producing more medals in the comparison to our 117 medal haul last ASEAN Para Games in Cambodia. Andre Cheska.
Thank you. That was mobile journalist Denise Valdesancho reporting to us live from Thailand.
Time is not on our side. Get out and sprint all the way to the big board. Highlight real time. We got 3 plays for you tonight's highlight reel. The NBA Thundercats first in Cleveland. Look at that. Jalen Williams thought he had an open dunk. No, sir, says Jared Allen. Access denied by the pro. Good timing at the apex of that jump. Allen, by the way, 16 points, 9 boards, 3 big blocks. That's one of them for the Cavs. But the Thunder win this one 136 to 104. From there, let's go to the Celtics and the Pistons in Motor City. Cade Cunningham, alley-oop! Woo, out of nowhere. Take a look at that alley-oop to Jalen Duren. These two working like magic here. Good chemistry from Cunningham and Jalen Duren up high there. Take a look at that again over Pritchard and over Ferdy Simons too. Nothing he can do against that big body and athletic body of Jalen Duren. Cunningham, 16 points, 14 assists. That's one of the dimes. Duren, 18 markers, 9 rebounds. Pistons escaping the Celtics at home, 104 to 103. Last play. How about the Pinoy Pride? Jazz, Spurs, Filipino-American rookie Dylan Harper all the way to the hole for the rack attack. Nothing Nurkic can do there. And look at the stare down right after the swag by Dylan Harper over Yusuf Nurkic. Woo! If you're that young, that good, you deserve that stare down, my friend. Harper posting 15 points, 5 assists from the bench. Spurs silence Jazz in San Antonio, 123 to 110. Can't wait for that place tomorrow. Find out.
And before we go, the 2026 NBA All-Star starters are set, highlighted by fan favorites and a surprising omission. Los Angeles Lakers superstar Luka Doncic leads the West starters, joining the reigning MVP Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Nikola Jokic, Steph Curry, and Victor Wembanyama. Giannis Antetokounmpo headlines the East starters, lining up with Jalen Brunson, Cade Cunningham, Tyrese Maxey, and Jaylen Brown. Noticeably missing from the starters, none other than LeBron James. This ends his record streak of 21 years as a starter in the mid-season classic. Still, King James' All-Star story may not be over, as coaches will announce the reserves on February 1st. This year's All-Star Game will feature a new format with 2 USA teams and 1 representing the rest of the world. The NBA All-Star Game will be held on February 16th at the Intuit Dome.
And that's all from us tonight, mga kapatid. Catch us again tomorrow, 9 p.m. for a play-by-play of the day's top sports stories.
Play-by-play is on One News, that's Signal TV, Channel 8 on SD, and Channel 250 on HD. We are also available on Signal Play and Pilipinas Live.
I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Chas Calao. Thank you for watching, mga kapatid. Good night.